Hi, it's Dr. Jenny and Dr. Daniel from Spinal Corrective Center in Amherst, New Hampshire. And we're going to talk about the idea of chiropractic care and affordability. You know, I think a lot of people get scared off from natural health care because they think it's going to be way too much money or I can't afford it. And I think oftentimes it's true, there's an investment.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not like, care is going to, cost pennies. But I think that oftentimes cares can be more affordable than people really think. If you're working with a doctor that's willing to be honest with you, say this is the state of your spine, I can see the state of your health. Honestly, this is really the type of work you'd have to do to be as well as you can. Just like if you go to the gym and a really good trainer is going to be honest with you. Yeah. If you say, I'm going to come to the gym once a month, a good trainer is going to say, well, you might need to come 2 or 3 times a week. So, there's a level of honesty. But then there's a level of once let's meet you where you are and what you really feel you can do and how can we maximize what you can do.
Yeah, because it's our desire to work with you in ensuring that you have access to the best health that you can have.
Yeah.
And making sure you are healthy and have those options before you.
And I think, practices like ours, we do our best to try to create programs, to try to create scenarios and family plans that allow the average American family to afford care. So, people who just want to come in once in a while and pay each visit as they come, yeah, sure, that might seem like more money, but when someone shows that they want to be a regular wellness patient, we have programs to really make it make sense for the average family. I was just in a coffee shop before we came here, and I was talking to a group of people and talking about what we're going to do today, and I said I'm going to shoot a couple educational videos, and this girl who I don't know said, what are we going to talk about? And I said, well, just like who we are, our practice. I'm going to shoot a video on like how care is affordable. And she said, chiropractic care, you can't afford not to go. And I'm like, who are you? And this is a woman in her 20s who had been going to a chiropractor since she was 9 as with her family for wellness care, kind of like you were raised. And she said it's gotten her out of so many binds with issues with her spine and her health. It's kept her healthy. And she talked about how much money she may have spent on medication and doctor visits and hospital visits if she weren't taking care of herself. And then somebody else pipes up, well, it's just like your teeth. You can say, well, I can't afford to take care of my teeth. Toothpaste is kind of expensive, and forget the visits to get them cleaned.
No one would say that.
They wouldn't say that because you'd be like, well, even a small investment over time would save you thousands and thousands of dollars with the root canal and so it's kind of the same idea. You get to choose how much you take care of your health, but there is investment.
There is.
Whether it's healthier food or gym membership or dental visits or chiropractic visits, it can really be worth it.
Absolutely.
So at least find out, because sometimes people go through the whole process and they're like, okay, that's all I have to pay. Okay, I can do this. And they feel good about it. And honestly, if it's more money than you think, at least you know what you can budget for.
Yes.
And try to make it so it's something that can be in your life.
Okay.
Be well, everybody.